What's up, guys? So this is the deck that I played at pre-release. If you have any suggestions to help build a better sealed deck, I'd really appreciate it. Of course, it all matters what you pulled, but with this deck here, I had fun. I did, like I said, I went 2-0, 1-1-1, but it was fun to play. It's very short. You want to this at least with this deck I did. First couple plays I wanted to beat them down late in the game, and it's not very productive because by the time late in the game happens, it will actually just not function right, and then I would probably get beat down. So short games was really helpful at the time. So first is Pale Rider of Trostad. I really enjoyed her. The skull really helped, especially if someone had a larger creature, which is pretty capable with the flipping ability of the werewolves. The next one was Rancid Rats, same thing. Just kind of punched them in the beginning. It was a lot of fun, especially as Death Touch if I blocked, so that was really helpful. This one here, the Asylum Visitor, never really played it. I played it like once or twice. It was alright. It wasn't too hard. I never really got to use the ability to draw a card and lose one life, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Vampire Noble. I had space in the deck between the three colors I chose, which is black, green, and white. So I didn't really do much with her. She was just there to fill. I did play her a couple times late in the game, so it definitely helped with the re-attack. So the next one was Sanctum Skeleton, which was really helpful for late in the games when he would die pretty easily. But I can bring him back to my hand relatively easily, so I can either block or anything else like that, which was helpful. Ghost Rider's Accomplice, I used him quite a bit. I did enjoy using the token feature to it. At least it just got me another 2/2 zombie back onto the field, which was nice. Currently Stranger, I did use it. I did get to use its ability to flip. Flips into a 4/3. So I mean, it was a pretty nice beater for a pretty relatively small beater deck that I built. Let's see, Aim High. I enjoy this card. Definitely saved my butt a few times. Untap target creature gets 2/2 and it gains reach, so anything flying, which helped quite a bit. Also, it's an instant, so I got to use it on my combat phase and actually beat down a person pretty easily with it. Actually played 2 of them, so I just got lucky and drew 2 of them. Like I said, I really enjoyed that card. Dire Swine, I never played that card. I just added it honestly because it was a big beater with 6/6, so it wasn't too fun, so I never got to really play it. I never really drew it also. Veteran Cathar, she was good, never got to do her ability, but it was nice to have a 2 mana 2/2, just an easy quick get it out there and start attacking early. Intrepid Prisoner, I really like this card. It was pretty fun to play. I used it quite a bit. I drew it quite a bit actually, but with Trample it actually helped, and when it entered the battlefield with this combo here, it actually helped with make it a 4/4 for the veteran, so it was pretty nice to use. I pulled a common foil, so it wasn't too awesome, but this card wasn't too bad. The Vessel of Nisty, I got to sacrifice it quite a bit. Draw 4 cards. Actually helped out with let's see, with Kindly Stranger. With that combo there, anything with drilling involved, so it was kind of helpful. On into the whites, I went Poetry Light. That actually helped out quite a bit, just because there is if you place a lot of the black mana characters, they do have the ability of anything more than its power. You can't be blocked. So that just helps out with destroying those creatures if I can't block it or anything else like that. Let's see. I played Strength of Arms, which was nice. The token ability, I do have a few equipment in here, so it was quite nice to use. It was a good instant to play, definitely with the high monsters that did attack at the very end. So, Cather's Companion, I really like that card. 3 mana, 3/1. Not the best defense, but attack-wise, early in the game it was pretty fun to play. I played Angel of Deliverance. That's actually the promo card that I pulled. So I built my deck basically around her. I only pulled her once as far as in the game between 3 rounds. So flying, it was a 6/6, so I just added that to at least get some power attacking. Thorn Spectre, I played him like once or twice. Nothing too spectacular, but it was pretty easy to use, so I enjoyed playing with him. Warlord Drifter, he was kind of just a filler, so he was just hanging in there. The ability was pretty nice, so if I got to use the Vessel and then put him in there, he's got flying with the 2/2, which is nice. It made it a little bit easier to attack since he's a pretty small creature. Maleficent Purge, it was a nice card. I don't even use it very much. Sacrifice Permanent kind of helps with that Duralium effect. But it also gets to exile a creature, so I got to exile a pretty tough creature, which was helpful in the game. In game 2, Captain here, I never got to really flip him. It was kind of tough to get all 5 extra creatures on the field on plus with him, so it was kind of tough to get him going into that the effect that he has. Going on to the equipment here, I got Shard of Broken Glass. I enjoyed this card quite a bit. Got me to mill my deck a little bit so I can use those Duralium effects. Magnifying Glass, that was a good card too. I enjoyed that one. Free mana, so I can't really complain. And then Heirloom here. Never got to flip it, but it was a nice 1/1 equip situation, so it was pretty easy to use. I got 1 dual land that I pulled. It was a Foul Overland. It was just something to add to the deck since it was basically green and black with a splash of white. I do have 6 swamps, and then 5 plains, and then 5 forest. Basically because my black part of my deck was the biggest part. So that's the most creatures I actually drew out of everything. Blue, red, didn't really have too much. Couldn't really play it, and I didn't have enough cards to build a deck around. So if you have any tips or anything you'd like to say, just leave a comment below. I guess we'll find out next pre-release or next seal tournament how I do. I will do a deck tech of what deck I'm playing in Modern after this coming up Friday Night Magic, and see what happens there. Thanks guys.